Hello, everyone. Welcome to Azure Storage Talk. I'm your host, Natraj. Today on our show, we have Madhuri, Senior Product Manager at Microsoft, to talk about Azure Storage Mover. Azure Storage Mover is a cool tool that helps customers to migrate their data into Azure from different sources. So we'll talk a lot about, why customers are doing it, how are they doing it, and also do a cool new demo on how to do it. With that, Madhuri, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Natraj. Excited to be here.
So before getting into Azure Storage Mover and all the cool things about it, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do at Microsoft, and what have you been working on?
Yeah. So I am a product manager on Azure Storage. I've been leading key storage migration initiatives, helping customers move massive business critical data sets from on-prem and cloud environments, from other clouds like AWS to Azure at scale. I've been dealing with large enterprises, public sector customers, and turning their complex migrations into reliable, repeatable, and secure experiences.
So let's start with the why, right? Why do customers move data from one cloud to another? In this case, let's say, AWS S3 to Azure Blob. What are the factors that are driving this decision?
Yeah. Let's talk about a scenario we see all the time. Customers have massive amounts of data, whether it's media archives, analytic data sets, backups, application data. And if their data is on AWS S3, they are eager to move it on Azure. And why do they make this move? Well, there are a few reasons. They're modernizing their apps and infra, and Azure is their platform of choice for future projects and innovation. They are modernizing and their analytics or AI workloads, and they want to run it closer to Azure Compute so they can take advantage of Azure's advanced capabilities. And they are either moving into a multi-cloud strategy, keeping their options open and building resilience by using both AWS and Azure. So it's really about bigger business and technical goals, leveraging Azure underlying data, optimizing operations, and enabling multi cloud deployments. And it's not because AWS has limitations.
Got it.
A lot, yeah, yeah. So, and a lot of folks start with scripts or pipelines, and when the data gets big or migrations are ongoing, then it becomes overwhelming and hard to manage. And that's exactly where Storage Mover comes in, and it's built to tackle these challenges head on.
So for listeners who are new, give us a little bit of introduction on what Azure Storage Mover is, and a quick blurb about it.
Yeah. So Azure Storage Mover is a fully managed migration service that helps customers move data into Azure Storage, whether it is from on-premises or cloud-to-cloud migrations, including AWS S3 to Azure Blob Storage that we'll talk about today. And instead of stitching together scripts or tools, customers just connect their source and the target. They create a migration job, and then they run their initial migration, and they can do incremental migrations post that, and monitor progress and errors all from the Azure portal. And so it's designed to make migrations repeatable, observable, and low risk.
And customers might also want to do this because they have one specific workload that they do in Azure, but their main thing is in AWS, and they either want to build an AI application on Azure, so they want to move certain data repeatedly, consistently to Azure for one specific purpose. The other thing I also feel like is because it's fully managed, then I don't have to like instantiate a VM to run my migration service. I don't have to write any scripts. So all that complexity is abstracted away. And one of the big problems when you do migrations is you have to sort of test the migration script itself. It becomes its own project of writing the script and maintaining it, and continuously making sure that it works correctly. And if you have to do this every month or every week, it becomes another whole project, and team full of people actually driving this. So yeah, it's a neat abstraction for accomplishing this, reliably and consistently. So let's make it real. always, we can always keep talking about it, but I think a demo is what people come here, and I think that will sort of crystallize what actually Azure Storage does. But before the demo, I had one more question.
Mhm.
What are the different clouds do we support, and what are all the sources that does Azure Storage Mover supports today?
Yeah, so we initially started this by doing only on-prem migrations. We did anything, any file shares, that can be accessed with SMB or NFS protocols, any NAS, and then the target would be Azure File or Blob. And we have started with for multi-cloud scenarios, we've started with AWS S3 to Blob. We are also doing Azure Blob container to container, and we are in preview right now. And we have more clouds coming up soon. You know, anything with S3 coming soon. So watch out.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Let's take a look at the demo, and let's give a taste of how Storage More actually works.
yeah, absolutely. Let's show this end to end. So let's begin with what you would need. You would need an active Azure subscription and with permissions to deploy Storage Mover and Arc resources. You'll need your AWS account with access to S3 bucket that you want to migrate from, and the target Azure Storage account to use as the destination. So we start by creating the Storage Mover resource on the Azure portal. Create Storage Mover, select your subscription and resources, provide all the details of the region where you want to create this. Select the Log Analytics workspace, and then you hit create. The next step is to create a multi-cloud connector.
So
You'll
can we stop here? Um,
Mhm.
so what we did right now is we created a new storage mover service. Is that what we did?
Mhm. Yes, that's right.
Okay. And can you repeat the prerequisites?
Prerequisites are very simple. You need to have your Azure subscription and permissions to deploy the storage mover solution and the Arc connector resource. And then you have your AWS account details
So
and your
what is the
permits
Arc
to,
Connector resource?
yeah. So Azure Arc connector resource uh, allows you to discover and manage the AWS resources and enables transfer operations for storage mover. And that is why we're using the Arc connector.
So Arc in general in the Azure ecosystem is used to manage resources outside Azure. So if you can have a VM in AWS that's can be managed through Arc in Azure itself. So are we saying that we need an Arc connector as a prerequisite to basically make Storage Mover work with AWS? Is that the way to think about it?
Yeah. So while Arc is what you shared, Arc connector specifically helps us to to simplify the authentication part with AWS. So
Got it.
you don't have to, yeah, figure out all that yourself, and we show simple steps how you're able to just establish that connection once, and then we take care from there on.
Instead of like being Arc managed, this is just pure like Arc connection
That's
to
right.
AWS. Got it.
All right. So we add this AWS connector. Let me just. So you select the project details, subscription, resource group, like any other service that you're doing on Azure. You add a connector name, select the region, and then you select the AWS account type and account ID that you will be using. And these are the solutions that I was talking about. The inventory solution will help list all your uh, resources on the AWS side. And then you have the storage data management solution that will enable Storage Mover to do the move.
So technically to use Storage Mover, we are using storage data management within our connector. The other two are not technically Storage Mover, right?
Yes, the
One.
last one is storage data management. That is what we use. And inventory is generally listing out all resources on the AWS side,
So
not
if you're
just
like
for storage.
planning or like trying to manage or get a view of your AWS resources in Azure,
Right.
you could use that.
Right. Like the S3 bucket, you'll need the inventory to list your S3 buckets.
Got it. Is it mandatory to select inventory for using Azure Storage
Yes.
Mover?
Yeah.
Got it.
Inventory is mandate. Yes. So it allows you to discover and manage the AWS
Yeah, you
resource.
don't know what is present, then how would you know what to move?
Right. Right. So the authentication template will give the on-screen instructions. You have to go to your AWS CloudFormation stack, and then you paste or you download the details from here and add it onto the CloudFormation template there. So
Hey, what
that's
is the cloud formation template?
so CloudFormation template is something that you will need on the AWS side. When you go to the AWS portal, you have the CloudFormation stack that requires some details from the client that you're connecting from. So you go take these details. We prepare that for you. So you just download it here.
Got it.
Yeah, and then you go paste it on the AWS side. So with that, we create your multi-cloud connector that's deployed. After this, we go into the Storage Mover project. We create a project and yeah, let's give a name. Create. So we are within a create migration job. In the basics, you select cloud to cloud as the migration type, select your source, the Arc connector that we created, the S3 bucket.
Got it.
Yep. And then in the target, select the Azure container destination. So there are two modes, merge into target and mirror. So select, so when you say mirror, if something is deleted on your source, that gets deleted on your target. Merge will just merge into your target. Make sure in your review, you review all the details of the configuration that you've selected. And then you create the migration job. Let's go run the job now.
So you have to create the job first and then run it, or like
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, we do not automatically run. We just create the job. You can run it, uh, at whenever you're ready to run the job. So the service will assign roles to the storage and blob accounts. And then once it is complete, the job runs. You can monitor the progress in the migration overview tab where you see that the data was successfully copied.
Got it.
Yeah. And uh, that's the end of the demo for today.
Pretty cool. So all you're doing is basically creating the storage mover resource. Within it, you're creating a connector to your AWS S3 connector. And then within that, after that, you're creating a job. And once you have the job, you basically run the job whenever you need it. Can you also like schedule the job or like make it recurring or run it monthly? Can you do those, or do you have to create different jobs?
So right now, scheduling is not yet available. We are adding that feature soon. What the inventory solution also does is it refreshes your inventory when you go back later. If something has changed on your AWS side, that or gets auto fetched, but you need to run the job to do that sync again. But scheduling is coming very soon.
So how does the performance of migration, like are there any factors for customers to think about in terms of how long the migration takes? Is there some estimate that we give to customers in terms of how long a job will take?
So usually copy, whether it's cloud to cloud, on-prem to cloud, it depends on the size of your objects and the number of objects that you're iterating through. So we wouldn't put a single number there. However, we can run up to 10 jobs at a time. You create different source target combinations. We run 10 jobs at a time. We do about 500 million objects at a time when we are parsing. So yeah, this is
Any other things that the customer should be aware of when planning these migrations? Should there be like planning, say, a certain size cap or any other factors that they should be aware of?
right. So one call out is if objects are in AWS Glacier or Deep Archive, they need to be rehydrated first before migration. And the other is, uh,
That
you know,
means they have to like be restored
yes,
into S3 before actually doing the migration.
that's right. Yes. And the other is more the migration strategy itself. If your data on AWS is changing, it's actively changing. So you will have to run an initial copy, then do multiple incremental syncs, and then cut over, once you validate that most of your changes are in, and then you move the final one where the final incremental copy happens. So
When
these
do
would
we use mirror versus merge? Is merge more of like when you're trying to move completely off of S3, and mirror is more like you're trying to parallelly build something with Azure? Is that the way to think about, or what are the factors playing to choose in that?
right. So, mirror is when, something changes on your source. Change can be any update, it can be delete, and you want that to reflect on your target. So that's when you would choose mirror. But if you don't want to do, those delete operations, but you just want to keep writing everything incrementally, that's when you choose merge. So it depends really on the application and use case that the customer has.
Got it. I mean, we talked about why it's in general useful for customers, but why do Azure customers use this primarily? Like, what is the context in which this is becoming a thing for Azure customers?
Right. So, cross cloud data movement is becoming the norm. Mover gives customers the first party Azure native way to bring their data into Azure without operational complexity. It reduces risk, operational visibility, and lets team focus on what they want to do with their data, and they don't have to worry about how to move it. I think we take that pain away from migration, and they can focus on their business logic, their applications, whatever they're trying to build on the cloud.
Yeah, especially when you try to do migration jobs, the biggest thing with like writing scripts is getting that reliability correct.
Right.
And I think tools like Migration Storage Mover really help that reliability aspect of things. And like if I think of like even migrating 1 GB of data, I don't want to do it by writing a script myself. I just want someone else to do it for me. Even though you couldn't do it and it would probably mostly work, but then it is so much time and effort to actually make it happen. Um, if customers are listening to this and they're thinking about migrating from AWS S3 to Azure Blob, what is the best place to get started?
Right. So start with Azure Mover, Storage Mover in the Azure portal. It is designed to get you from first migration to repeatable migrations quickly without building complex tooling. So yeah, everything is on the portal.
Got it. I think that's a great place to wrap it up. Thanks for the amazing demo. I think it's pretty cool, and I think a lot of customers are getting the benefits of moving or using Azure Storage Mover to move their data estates, and it's becoming more and more complex to for any even from small to large companies to manage their data across clouds. So I think this is an amazing tool to sort of fix that problem, and we are hoping more and you guys deliver more and more features and give us more options in terms of sources that we can migrate from. With that, thanks for coming on the show, Madhuri, and sharing this with our audience.
Yeah, thanks, Natraj. Thank you for this.